everyone, welcome back to another episode of Lowdown, your source for arts, music, and entertainment from the Akron area and beyond. I'm your host, Sophia Stokes.
And I'm your co-host, Jordan Fye. Coming up on this episode of Lowdown is bands, solo artists, and even photographers. So stay tuned because this episode of Lowdown starts now. So first up, we're taking a look into the solo artist I interviewed, Maddie Indre. She used to be a college student, but decided to pursue her music career instead.
She sounds so cool. Where did you go to see her?
I went to the halls in Lakewood, where she had a very intimate acoustic show and had some things to say worth hearing.
Let's see what Jordan found out this week about Maddie Indre.
My name is Maddie Indre. I go by Indre for music. I'm 19 years old. I've been playing out for a few years now. I just put out my first album a couple weeks ago called Scenic, and it's on all the music streaming services like Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. It's my favorite thing to do. It's something that you can grow and get better at, and I really enjoy that. It started a few years ago.
And I'd expect nothing less, but in the end I've said too much, and with this heart I make a mess.
So my writing process, it's different for everybody. Like everybody has their own way, settle into their own way. But I usually think of like one or two lines, or just a concept or an idea, and I write it down. I have a journal all the time, and I'll write it down, and I'll usually think of a melody or start to think of a song when I'm in my car usually, and then I'll go home and like put it together, and like puzzle. That's my songwriting process.
You made me fall, would make anyone go crazy. Even you should never let my guard down.
Some of the best advice that I was given when I was first starting out was to attend open mics and as many shows as possible, because open mics is it's great practice, it's fun, you learn, it's every time it's a learning experience and just fun. And going to shows, you learn a lot about stage presence, watching how people carry themselves, and just get inspired oftentimes to either write or perform differently. That would be my advice. Go out and experience.
Funny how to get someone to care. You have to act like you don't, cause once you show them that you do, well,
my friend Eden lived with me while I was writing most of this album, and she had to deal with me going through things over and over again, constantly asking her, is this good or no? And like she would tell me, she kind of had the veto power, but she's been so supportive, and
till I get caught up in all this, till we don't know what to call this. So you just
when you're in school, just to be a school, just because you don't know what you want. I can see like sometimes some people go to figure it out, but for me, I knew I wanted to pursue music, but I was in school just because I thought it had to be. And I guess my advice would be, you don't have to. If you're in it and you're letting it be good, if you're part of someone else, you're going to do something different for a little while.
down in my head.
I've had my Instagram and my Facebook page for a couple of years now. Honestly, going out and meeting people, that's the best way to do it because it's genuine. You establish real relationships as opposed to just people online. You know what I mean? Everything's appreciated, even if I didn't meet you in person. But it's cool to kind of meet people that way and follow each other and just support each other. I think that's a good way to get a good start to have an internet presence, to have a real presence.
Aw, Maddie seems so sweet.
She really was and is great at performing. Up next, we have something similar, a band with a female front, the Scenic Route.
The Scenic Route is an alternative rock band that plays originals as well as covers of rock and pop songs.
I heard that they're based out of Canton. Let's hear what they had to say together as a band.
I'm Dallas Baldwin. I play lead guitar for the Scenic Route.
And my name is Rachel Crozier. I'm the lead singer for the Scenic Route. I started the band a long time ago when I was still in high school. And then I had known about Dallas through the music scene around here. And then after a while, we just ended up coming together finally. Like, I knew he was a really good guitarist, he knew I was a good singer, and then we got in a band together. Like, I started this when I was 14, and there's a big difference between being in a band with 14-year-olds and being in a band with 20-year-olds. And it's very professional, it's very warm. We all support each other and what we create. And so far, we've been going up and up, and it's very exciting, definitely. Certain places you go just have a very welcome crowd, and this is one of those places. I mean, we have a nice big space to perform, and every time we come here, people are just really open and excited about the music.
It's always spontaneous, and like people like this, like they're all nice and they're always like pointing at us and like,
Very
come on.
open.
They're always wanting to get in the interview. I mean, and just be a part of the experience.
You kind of have to play covers if you want to get hired to play places like this. But then, you know, we just slip in our original songs, and then when people go, oh, what was that one song you played? We can go, oh, well, it's an original, and then get our stuff. But when it comes to covers, choosing covers is really just what songs do we like that we also know people are really going to respond to and people are going to enjoy. Because you can sometimes do songs that people just don't like. And then you do it 2 or 3 times and you say, you know what, this one's a flop. And that's how you kind of, or at least that's how we pick our covers throughout the years.
My favorite is I Said It First.
Yeah.
It's very, she spearheaded the song entirely, and Chad filled it out with the chords, and I kind of picked the rhythms of it. But it's a very well-rounded song in terms of like commercially, as well as just being pretty true to who we are as artists.
I also like I Said It First because it's about something very personal to me. But in terms of my favorite song to perform, Same Old Ghost and That Girl Is Gone is really fun to play because they're just like real fun rock songs. We get to jump around and bang our heads. Those are always really fun to do. We just started recording it. Dallas and our other guitarists are helping produce on it as well. And it's like March, we're gonna try to have a single out probably.
Yeah.
About March, but we'll have a single, but the full album has not been announced yet.
Yeah, we've started and finished it. We've done a lot of at-home recording with the guitar and the bass. Real Gray Studios has done most of the work outside of our own home.
Yeah, they're
studio
fantastic.
recording.
That was the EP that we released this past summer. And then this new one's going to be a full-length album. They're actually very different. Our EP that we released, Ghost, was one of the heaviest in terms of we had a kind of metal song on there. It was very heavy rock and roll. It was very moody and dark. And then the new album is much closer to pop and funk, and it's a lot lighter and a lot, it's just very different. It really jumps from song to song. For example, Burnout Bright, Dallas wrote entirely on himself. But then songs like Waves or Coming For Ya, Chad and I wrote those, and then some of them we all wrote together. It's really just kind of when it strikes, then we just try to finish it, and whoever's there is who writes it.
Wow, Scenic Route was pretty sweet, and they are following a path towards success.
Speaking of following paths, don't leave this one. We'll be right back on this episode of Lowdown.
Hello everyone, my name's Kyle Glockner, and welcome to another episode of 300 Seconds of Science. Wait, this isn't... Saying it? Nah. That's a negative, Chief. We're almost there. Wait, hold on, go back. There it is.
Hello.
Hi, I'm from Blue Hood Stone Barns. We brought a meal for you and I'm here to serve it to you.
Okay, great. Come in.
Zucchini carbonara, made from zucchini that was harvested earlier this morning.
Again?
Hey, Dan Barber.
You have room for a little bit more?
Come on in.
Brochettes with sausage. So when we made that zucchini carbonara, you know, they're the end pieces of the zucchini and then the cores that we cut away, not to mention zucchini flour. Usually those get thrown out. We use them to create an entire second dish. Does that,
Again?
I'm here to bring you your third course. It's the vines from your zucchini.
We'll have a little zucchini stem pasta. A different experience of zucchini. When we start to think differently about our food, we can get a lot more out of it.
This is delicious.
What do you think we can make out of this? 40% of food in America is never eaten. Cook it, store it, share it. Visit savethefood.com.
I was living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
You're watching ZTV.
Welcome back to Lowdown. Up next, we have an interview with Jen and Anthony.
I went to go see them with our team member Kristen. Jen and Anthony had this amazing jazz and indie sound. It was sweet to see them perform.
They're also a little older than people our age, but I heard they bring a great energy to any crowd.
Exactly. It may not be pop or EDM, but let's take a listen to something that's still bopping.
At the bottom of the world, miles away from nowhere, dreaming about a girl. She used to love me, but I went away. Now they gon' keep me here till the judgment day. Lord, I got the jailhouse too.
Wow, they've been writing and singing music for such a long time, but they sounded great.
They definitely had me jamming out there. Their style is so different from other groups I'm used to.
Well, up next we have something else different too, the funk band Sproot from Akron, Ohio.
Let's meet the guys behind Sproot, who are just as unique as the music that they make.
We're Sproot. We're Sproot from Akron, Canton, Ohio.
Yeah,
we're just having fun with it. We're not like really.
We practice enough.
Yeah.
we play our songs enough to where we could probably
have fun with it.
Yeah. There's songs that we just throw. Yeah, like we said earlier, we throw the original song out the gutter and literally just follow the form of it and change everything about it.
The songs evolve over time.
Yeah, definitely.
We hear each other's what we do and just kind of play off of it, and then it keeps growing and growing.
Yeah. And if you really want something, you just assert yourself like, this is mine, I'm taking it. Me and Jesse have just been jamming at my house for a while. So we just get together and just, without like a hint of a clue of what was going on.
Just play.
We just play together, and a little over a year ago, we decided to ask Max here to play drums for us.
We all met at school.
Yeah. But he played guitar at school, and someone says, "Oh, he's a drummer." We don't always like have a plan for how it's gonna happen. So like today, we just showed up and we found like all the white stuff in the room. Like that mannequin was in the back. I don't know where they found the laundry hamper.
Oh, that's mine.
That was mine
in my back seat.
And she just has this technology that maps it to it.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
It's
like,
really awesome.
Fantastic.
We think it's a step up from what other people are doing. I think it's a little bit more visual. Helps you get into the music, maybe a little bit more.
You just have to look at it while you listen.
True, yeah. If you don't want to look at us
not
for too
very
long. We all go to school at Kent State Stark, so we have friends there that are willing to produce the album for us. So one of our friends, Kurt Baglia, decided to do the album for us. So it was a breeze when we did it. We're used to the equipment that we're using there, so it was awesome. It was a breeze. I didn't like music until I was like 12 or 13. I used to listen to Weird Al Yankovic only, and then I played Rock Band 1 for the Xbox 360, and now I'm a drummer. So that's that. Yeah, that's that.
Every single show, it still gets funner and funner. I feel like I'm still like a little bit better. But like, there's just times during the songs where like someone will do something totally different.
We got asked for our first encore. Over in Youngstown.
It wasn't even asked, we got demanded.
Yeah, demanded. We didn't want to do it. We didn't want to play it.
Unpacking, pulling the plugs out and everything.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been crazy. Yeah, it's cool. I've been in a lot of bands that never made it to this level because they were dreaming too much.
We're just planning on taking it as far as it goes.
Wow, they really were unique, like you said.
I know, right? What else do we have for this episode?
Well, Jordan, I think after this short break, we have a segment to capture.
Well, that sounds interesting. Stick around to watch the rest of this episode of Lowdown.
And now she's just gone. She's vanished. And you just let it happen. You won't even you won't even make your mistake for it. You won't even apologize.
Everything I am is because of you, Dad.
What are you guys doing?
Recording a sketch.
We have to film the promo?
When does it due?
Tomorrow?
Oh, well, let's get going.
Come on.
Oh, but can we get food first?
It is a period of civil war. 300 spaceships striking from a hidden base have won their first victory against the evil galactic pseudoscience. During the battle, 300 spies managed to steal secret plans to the pseudoscientist's ultimate weapon, the Internet, a global computer network with enough power to deceive an entire planet. Pursued by the pseudoscientist's sinister agents, the producers race home aboard their starship, custodians of the stolen plans that can save their team and restore knowledge to the galaxy. Watch 300 Seconds of Science on channel 45-1 and follow them on social media at ZTV 300 Seconds of Science.
You're watching ZTV.
Welcome back, everybody. And finally, to capture this last segment on Lowdown, we're taking a look into a photographer that's in college.
There's many photographers in college. How did you get to know her, Sophia?
Well, the way I got to know Sara was by meeting her at concerts and shows all of last year, and now we're really great friends. We all drove to Cincinnati one weekend to go to a concert and do a photo shoot.
Wow, you guys traveled really far. That's some commitment.
Yeah, she really wants to be a concert photographer after she graduates. Let's take a look at how Sara snaps those pictures.
Hi, I'm Sara Ormiston. I go to Purdue Fort Wayne. I am a communication major and I am a freelance photographer, and I want to be a concert photographer when I graduate. So we drove to Cincinnati to see Spencer Sutherland. I contacted his manager beforehand to see if I could shoot his show. She gave me the opportunity to do so. I went backstage and we did a small little photo shoot just for fun. Then the openers started and I shot for them, and then he came out on stage and I shot him too. I started going to concerts when I was in kindergarten. My mom really introduced it to me, so I just love traveling and going to concerts and just making vacations out of it and having a good time. The Ice Links this summer, they actually made it more real for me to want to do concert photography, so it's a really special band that influenced that. Obviously when you're in the crowd you're only going to get a certain angle, but like with last night's show I was capable of like getting like depth of field and whatnot, and I was able to get the special effects. I also really like trying to get the crowd too, just because the photographer is like the middle person. They feel that energy of the performer, how they feel, but you also get that emotion that the crowd gets too. It's just a really incredible feeling to be able to encompass both, and I don't really know how else to describe that because I didn't really understand that until I actually got to do that and feel it. And I love capturing the artist's love for music because you can really tell by their expressions, because you can just see that they feel it with certain performers. So I love that. My friends and I, we like walked around Cincy. We went to a few art museums and shot some pictures for a photo project I'm working on that has to do with scars, and I related it to tattoos because those are also a form of scars, which I thought was really cool and how I interpreted that. I think it's a good way to connect with people. I've joined group chats where like they're from Australia or from like New Zealand or the Philippines. It's just really cool to like meet new people who have the same interests as you and a love for a band or an artist. So it's like, it makes the world feel a little smaller but yet big at the same time, I guess. I know that's weird to say, but it's just really awesome to be able to connect with people from different like countries and ethnicities and whatnot. With every city, it has that different vibe it gives. Like with traveling with your friends, like the road trips are the best part because you learn a lot about people, and doing photo shoots too. You learn a lot about each other, I guess, and it's just really cool to capture those memories at the same time. Do not let other people's work intimidate you, and don't feel that you need to edit your pictures to look like someone else's. It's your art, it's however you want to make it look. I know with social media that's how you get your work out there, but then again it's not the big meaning that needs to influence how you do your work. You do it because you love it, not because you're good at it or because you want the publicity of it.
Well, that's all the content we have for this episode of Lowdown. Tune in next time for more great interviews with artists from around the Akron area.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook for updates, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch all of our episodes at ZTV Lowdown. Once again, I'm your host, Sophia Stokes.
And I'm your co-host, Jordan Fye.
And that's all for this episode on Lowdown.
program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. Do you want to gain experience in video production, professional social media, or working with real clients? Visit the UA School of Communications online or follow us on social media to learn more. ZTV, make media, make a difference.